Welcome back to Crypto Intel, the channel where we break down the crypto market with clear analysis, real insights, and the latest developments shaping the future of digital finance. Right now, something unusual may be happening with Hbar, and most people are not seeing it, because what looks like weakness on the surface can sometimes be something very different underneath. In crypto, there's a phase that catches almost everyone off guard. It's called the final shakeout, and if that's what we're seeing right now, then the next move could be very different from what most people expect. So the real question is Hbar going down, or is this the last shakeout before a bigger move? Today we're going to break everything down. We'll talk about what a shakeout actually is, why it happens, how it looks in the market, what signals investors should watch, and whether Hbar is showing signs of being in that phase right now. And if you enjoy crypto analysis, market insights, and deep dives into promising blockchain projects, make sure to subscribe to Crypto Intel and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos. Let's start with something important. Markets don't just move up. They don't move in straight lines. Before major upward moves, there is often a phase where the market shakes people out. This is where weaker hands exit, where confidence drops, where uncertainty increases, and where many investors start to doubt their positions. Now here's the key idea. A shakeout is not always a sign of weakness. Sometimes it's part of the process, a process where the market clears out sellers before moving higher. Now, what does a shakeout look like? It usually includes sudden drops or fake breakdowns, increased volatility, emotional reactions, and a lack of clear direction. From the outside, it looks messy, uncertain, even bearish, but internally, it can serve a purpose. Now let's connect this to Hbar. Recently, Hbar has not shown strong momentum. It hasn't broken out. It hasn't made aggressive moves upward. Instead, it has shown uncertainty. And that's where things get interesting, because uncertainty is exactly what a shakeout creates. Now, does this mean Hbar is definitely in a final shakeout? No, but there are some signals worth paying attention to. First, reactions to support. If price drops but quickly stabilizes, it can suggest that buyers are absorbing selling pressure. Second, volatility. If volatility increases without a clear trend, it can indicate indecision, and indecision often appears before direction. Third, sentiment. Right now, there is no strong hype around Hbar, and that matters, because shakeouts usually happen when confidence is low, not when everyone is bullish. Now, let's talk about why shakeouts happen, because markets are driven by psychology. Before a major move, the market often needs to reset expectations. It needs to remove weak positions. It needs to create doubt, because doubt leads to selling, and selling creates liquidity. And liquidity is what allows larger players to position. Now, I'm not saying that there is some coordinated plan, but market behavior often follows patterns, and shakeouts are one of those patterns. Now let's talk about the two scenarios. Scenario 1, this is a shakeout. If that's the case, then current price action is part of a setup that clears out sellers before a stronger move. And if that move happens, it can be fast, because once the market shifts from uncertainty to momentum, things can accelerate quickly. Scenario 2, this is not a shakeout, and the market simply continues to move sideways or downward. This is always a possibility. And that's why risk management matters, because no pattern is guaranteed. Now let's bring fundamentals into the picture. Hedera is positioned as infrastructure for real-world applications. It uses hashgraph, offering speed, efficiency, and scalability. And while fundamentals don't prevent short-term volatility, they influence long-term direction. If adoption continues to grow, the market may eventually reflect that. Now let's talk about timing. This is where things get difficult, because shakeouts are designed to create hesitation. They make people question their decisions. They create uncertainty, and that uncertainty leads to inaction. But by the time clarity returns, the opportunity may already be gone. This is why understanding phases is so important. Not predicting exact price, but recognizing behavior. Now let's bring everything together. We have uncertain price action, potential shakeout characteristics, low hype, and a project with strong fundamentals. This creates a situation where the market is not obvious. And when the market is not obvious, that's often where opportunity exists. But again, nothing is guaranteed. And that's what makes this space both risky and exciting. In my opinion, Hbar is currently in a phase where the market is testing participants, not rewarding them. Not yet, but preparing for a move. And if this is a final shakeout, then what comes next could surprise a lot of people. So the real question is, are you being shaken out, or are you paying attention? Let me know what you think in the comments. Do Do you believe this is a final shakeout, or is Hbar still weak? And if you enjoyed this breakdown and want more crypto analysis, market insights, and deep dives into promising blockchain projects, don't forget to subscribe to Crypto Intel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.